Hello everybody, Jess here, Key Tarot. Welcome to you all. This is going to be a reading for the Twin Flame Collective. It's been a while since I've done a Twin Flame reading, but we are close to that full moon in Sagittarius if you follow Western astrology, Scorpio if you're a Vedic follower, but I think it's called the strawberry full moon. I haven't done a lot of digging into it, but I can tell you I've had some weird dreams recently and a heck of a lot of telepathic communication. So it just seems like the right time to do a twin flame reading. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to read a little bit for the Divine Masculine, a little bit for the Divine Feminine, and then I'll see if I can hook into a storyline that may apply to some of you. It may not apply to all of you. We'll just see what comes out. All right, let's say a blessing. Holy Spirit, thank you for being with us here today and in every single breath that we take. We ask that you direct our hands, our hearts, our words, and our minds to work your will in our lives each day. And we ask that these messages be received by those who are meant to hear them. Amen. Alrighty. Now, I always put a little bit of extra in my prayer for twin flame readings, simply because I feel like if you're someone who follows that pathway, you have a duty to live your life in a very spirit-centered way. All right. I'll leave it at that. All right. For Divine Masculine, we're going to start with this Tarot of Wonderland. Seems like the right choice to make. Divine Masculines, I hope you are doing well. I think there are an awful lot of you on this channel. I was looking at the demographics on our channel the other day, and it looks like 67.4% of the subscribers, of which only 30% of the people who watch these videos are actually subscribed. So subscribe. But it looks like 67.4% of you are male. So there may be a lot of Divine Masculines in this, but you don't have to be male to identify with the Divine Masculine. Some of you may identify with Divine Feminine energy. So you do you. It's not about your gender. It's about the energy you carry, and you will know if you carry a feminine or a masculine energy. If you don't know, I suggest that you pray and that you meditate on that. I find a lot of solace on the twin flame journey through meditation. All right, let's see what we have for our Divine Masculines. Page of Swords on its side, Ten of Wands, and the Star card. Wow. Oh boy, Divine Masculine. I feel like you are just now kind of coming into a lot of your spiritual gifts. A lot of you are putting down some old baggage, some old burdens. A lot of you are cleaning house spiritually, and I mean like regarding yourself. A lot of you are letting go of past relationships, past careers, past not even past, but like present, making a lot of cuts in your life. Some of you have gone recently on like wellness programs, like health programs. Some of you are deciding that you're done with extra weight, or you're done with addictions, you're done with toxic relationships, and it's because you've reached the tipping point. And also it's because a lot of you, like I said, are coming into some spiritual gifts where you recognize that there is more to you than you thought there was. It's like there's an ending of this old paradigm in your life. This is great energy for you. A lot of you are struggling to make these cuts. A lot of you are not trusting yourself entirely, and that's okay. Take your time with these choices. I feel like I'm talking to people who are very wise. You're very bright. You'll know when it's the right time to do what you need to do. But something has gotten a little too heavy here. Something has gotten a little out of hand. It's kind of gotten out of your control. And those are the areas in your life that you are saying, you know what, it's time to be done with this. It's time to make a change. Yeah, there's the devil on the bottom of the deck. This can represent addiction. This can represent toxic energies in your life of any kind. And I have the Six of Cups here. This is someone who remembers who they are all of a sudden. This is someone who, oh, you cuties. For a long time, the Divine Masculine certain things were expected of the divine masculine and the divine feminine, like or as far as gender roles in society, the feminine and the masculine had like very definite defined roles, and we lost a lot of ourselves when we were trying to play those roles, trying to play those characters. I'm speaking to a divine masculine collective who has experienced some clarity on about themselves, about their lives, who they want to be, who they want to see themselves to be in the future. This is someone who is actually kind of scared to make these choices. You're scared to talk about them. Some of you have been through some real spiritual awakenings, and you don't really feel like there's anyone you can trust with this information. Like, I'm hearing somebody say, well, I can't just go up to my buddies at the gym and be like, oh yeah, I had this spiritual awakening. I understand that. I understand that. I have the Hanged Man here. That's Pisces. I've got Pisces. I've got Aquarius here. I've got Capricorn here, if that resonates for you at all. It feels like a lot of you also feel an obligation to the lives that you've created with some of this toxicity. Some of you have been in toxic relationships for a while, and you've known you've needed to change that. And yet you've been waiting because there's this energy of kind of second guessing yourself. That's okay. Some of you haven't wanted to upset the stability that you've created in your life. You've got a lot invested in things. Why would you pull the plug on that? I get that. This magician energy is someone who's taking matters into their own hands. Someone who, yeah, and there's waiting again. Here's how long are you going to wait? You're going to sit like this much longer? Sleepless nights, tossing and turning, staring at your phone, scrolling through your phone, doing anything you can do to avoid your actual life because you're unhappy in it. Fair enough. They've got the Strength card on the bottom of the deck. That's Leo energy, and I've got that Ace of Cups. Ooh, I feel like I'm talking to somebody who's tattling on themselves. I'm going to leave it at this. I'm going to put this deck aside over here. I'm going to grab another one to clarify. Some of you have been kind of dishonest in your lives. Yes, I love this. Yes, I love this person. Yes, this works for me. Yes, this is who I am. And all of a sudden you're like, well, actually it's really not. And now I'm falling apart at the seams, and I don't know how to pick up these pieces, and there's no one I can talk to, and I don't feel like there's anyone I can trust, and I'm not sure which way is up and which way is down. I see a lot of, like, I'm surprised I don't have the Seven of Cups out here. It's like an energy of distortion. Let me grab this, traditional Rider-Waite deck here. Some of you are remembering who you are. Some of you have allowed yourself to be depleted over time, and it's not your fault. I say allowed yourself to be depleted. It's not your fault. You didn't set yourself up for this. This was something you were set up for. With this Ace of Cups, this is someone who is remembering who they are. This Ace of Cups, the Ace of Cups is, yes, it can be about a new love relationship coming towards you, but oftentimes it's about, like I was saying, remembering who you are with that Six of Cups. The waters of life are the waters that fill the Ace of Cups, and that comes from a higher power. That comes from you spending time in meditation, in prayer, in finding out who you really, really are. Whatever it is that you do that aligns you spiritually, this has brought you to a new place in your life, Divine Masculine. And I think you've started to realize how distorted and how lacking there's the word fabrication comes to mind. Almost a fabricated life for some of you. Oof. Goodness. What? And I have the Six of Cups out again, you cuties. And I've got the Four of Wands out for the first time. But the Four of Wands is that Twin Flame 1111 Awakening card, right? Well, there you have it. Some of you, Divine Masculines, this is your first experience with this awakening and this remembering of who you are. Some of you may be having past life dreams. That's heavy stuff. And when it happens, it's uncomfortable, and you wake up and you're like, where was I? Who was I? What was I? What was I doing? And you try to think about it like three-dimensionally, but really this is a remembrance of who you were in the past. You may have seen yourself with people that you don't recognize, but people that you know you love. You may have seen yourself with people that you know now, and now you understand your connection to them. This Four of Wands is that Twin Flame 1111 card. What else do you want to say here? Somebody here is done playing like the dancing monkey role. Somebody here is done pretending to be someone that they're not. And I've got the Sun card. This is about healing. I've got the Sun and the Moon. This is yin yang energy. Some of you, oh my goodness, this is such good vibes. Some of you this month are going to be, and possibly with this moon cycle, are going to be coming into union with yourself, which is the most important part of the twin flame journey. And you'll know it when it happens. Yes, I just saw 1101 on the counter. It's just this freedom, it's this peace that comes to you, it's this recognition that you are everything inside of yourself and that you don't need to be anything for anybody else. Yeah, there's the Seven of Cups on the bottom of the deck. Was I not just saying? I feel like I need to see that card out there for somebody. Yes, and there's the Seven of Swords again. And the Five of Pentacles. Some of you are starting whole new lives for yourselves. Some of you are going back to school. Some of you are starting new jobs. Some of you are starting over again single. Some of you are making new friends, which I know seems insignificant, but the relationships that we make with other people are all significant. Some of you have been through some pretty healthy breakups and endings. And some of you with that Seven of Pentacles out there again, weren't really sure how this was going to turn out. You got 7, 7, 7, 7. A lot of sevens. That Seven of Swords was someone who was not being honest with themselves about who they really were deep down inside. All these changes are being made for you right now, buddy. Yeah, you are doing so well. I am so impressed by you. Divine Masculines, I know it seems kind of messed up right now, kind of challenging, not really sure how it's going to work out. You are exactly where you are supposed to be. And I guarantee you within the next month, which is not very long from now, you're going to be starting to see how good you feel when you come into this union state with yourself. The twin flame journey is not about another person. It's often kind of misdiagnosed as some kind of major relationship that you're going to have with another person, but really and truly it's about the relationship you have with yourself and with a higher power. Okay. All right, let me put this deck down. I'm going to read for Divine Feminines real quick. Divine Feminine. I'm going to use this Star Power Tarot for you guys because there's just kind of like a little badass energy about you guys. This is kind of a badass little deck. Let's see. The Sun out for you guys too. I was just thinking to myself, this feminine has this masculine on their mind very heavily right now. And if you don't have this masculine on your mind right now, oh, you're gonna, within the next couple of days, you're definitely gonna have this person on your mind. This Sun is Yang energy. It's Leo energy, right? But this is healing. This is happiness. The Sun is the happiest card in the deck of tarot. Look it up on the Google if you don't believe me. These are good vibes. And I have been channeling for a long time that Leo season was going to be a season of union for a lot of our twin flame collective. It just depends on which wave you're in. And I've got the King of Cups. This feminine collective has this masculine on their mind very heavily. And they are not saying a word about it. They are keeping it to themselves. But it's like they can't keep their hands off of them, like energetically. I have the Nine of Wands on its side. This person, this feminine collective, it feels like you are thawing to this masculine energy. You have some walls around yourself. I've got the Star card out for you. This feminine collective, whoever you are, you're someone who is finally living a life for yourself. Absolutely. I'm not saying that you have shrugged off all of your responsibilities, no, but you are living very authentically to yourself. I feel like I'm reading for a collective of feminines here who have kind of already been through what this masculine has been through, what they're experiencing right now. This feminine, I feel like you've kind of already crossed that bridge. A lot of you are already in union within yourself, and you're already seeing what that's done in your life. A lot of you have stepped into the gifts that you have always had within yourself, but now it's like there's a light shining on them, like all spotlights on you. There's an energy of fame that comes with this star card, but there's also this energy of, I always call the star card Pandora's box. And when you open it, it unleashes the good, the bad, and the ugly of everything that belongs to you on your path. I say this, I repeat myself constantly. If you watch my readings, it's because I'm old. I can't help it. Someday you might be too. You'll have compassion for us. But this star energy is someone who is very gifted at something, and you have embraced those gifts. You've kind of like gone full force with it. I am hearing whole hog. I see somebody diving 2 feet into a new, like a tunnel where you weren't really sure what was going to happen, but you followed those instincts. You listened to your higher self, to a higher power, and that's working out very well for you. Oh, good news, honey bunnies. I've got this Ace of Swords, and I've got the Strength card out here. Leo energy over here. I feel like this feminine can't stand not talking to this masculine. This feminine, I got to dig a little bit deeper here. I've got the Devil out here for you guys too. You share a lot of the same cards as this masculine. There's the 8 of Swords again. You are not communicating with this masculine. There's blocked communication between the both of you, and this has always been the problem between the feminine and the masculine, is this lack of communication. And I feel like that's all changing during Leo season. That's why I have this Ace of Swords here, which is about clear communication. It's about sending a message. It's about opening up that throat chakra. This feminine collective, I know that it sounded like I was bagging on the masculine a minute ago, saying you got some things you got to clean out. You're doing that, and they're doing a great job. But this feminine collective, you do too. What this masculine is experiencing, you are also experiencing. Some of you are already in union with yourselves, and so you're going to be feeling a lot of the things that this masculine is trying to clear off of their system right now also. I just want like a couple more cards out here for you. I've got the 8 of Wands out here, which is fast moving communication, and the Hanged Man, which I figure yep, there it is. And the World. This feminine collective, whoever you are so ready to move on in your life. And some of you with this particular masculine, like on a 3-dimensional level. Yeah. I feel like you're already in union with this person in the 5th dimensional realm. And it feels like you're ready to start communicating with them like in the real world. Yeah. And you kind of can't take it much longer. I feel like you're barely holding on. You're like barely able to control yourself from either sending this person a text message or calling them on the phone. But this feminine collective is very smart. They're waiting until this masculine does it themselves, because that's the way that needs to go. Okay. Let me get another deck. What do we want to use? Let's use this Deviant Moon Tarot for our feminines. Yep, there's the 8 of Swords on the bottom of the deck. This feminine collective, you are very gifted with manifestation. I see the Magician on the bottom of the deck. I've got the Chariot here. That's Cancerian energy. It feels like over the course of the next month, you're going to be throwing a lot of your energy into just making your dreams become a reality. A lot of you have discovered that it is okay for you to be happy, and it's actually possible for you to live out your wildest dreams. And for some of us, those dreams are kind of small. And that's good. Some of you, there's a larger energy of like fame here, and I was saying that some of you are very gifted with what you do. Some of you maybe musicians, singers, songwriters, actors, painters, whatever. There's an artistry that's coming in here. Some of you are finding that you are so good at that. People are noticing. People are really paying attention to what you're putting out there, Divine Feminine. This is a good opportunity for you to capitalize on that, but also for you to just be really pleased with your progress, because a lot of you kind of hid that light under a bushel for a while, and now this authenticity is coming through for you. This magician energy is Ophiuchus energy for me as a reader. A lot of people will say Aries as well, but this will be someone who is, again, creating a reality from their dream space. That Chariot is Cancerian. We've got the Hanged Man again. All right. Not that there's anything wrong with that. I feel like a lot of you, though, feel like you're waiting on this masculine to catch up. And you kind of are. You kind of are. But I don't see anybody that's actually waiting. I see a lot of forward movement here for this feminine collective. But there's a nostalgia, or there's like I don't know, I see somebody that's reeling somebody in a little bit, drawing them a little bit closer. And maybe this has something to do with those dreams and the extra telepathy around this moon. Somebody misses somebody. And I have the Six of Swords here that goes right between the two of you. This is an energy of physical relocation and moving on. Some of you are going to wash your hands entirely of this relationship, like in the three-dimensional with this person, and that's okay. Some of you are going to be physically relocating, because the Six of Swords is about physical relocation and travel, right? But you have this Chariot here as well. And the Chariot is usually moving on physically, emotionally, spiritually, mentally, all the ways, right? But this Six of Swords is someone who may be physically moving themselves. And it kind of goes right between the two of you. I gather one or other of you, one or the other of you, this masculine or this feminine, somebody's going to have to move in some way. I just saw 22-20 on the counter, and then 22-22. That kind of tore at my heart a little bit. I have the Sun card out here, because I don't know, and the Four of Wands. Oh, I love you guys so much. I love reading your cards for you. I have the Sun, the Sun, the Sun. I've got the Four of Wands here. I've got the Four of Wands here. You got a lot of repeats in here already. This feminine collective, and this is what I was worried. This is why I said this kind of pulls on my heartstrings a little bit with this Six of Swords. I'm not sure if you're moving away from this person because you can't stand it anymore, or if you're moving towards one another. I don't know. But this Sun energy, Leo energy, again, this is a time of healing. There's going to be some kind of healing, possibly communication between the two of you during Leo season that is life-changing, soul-changing. This Four of Wands energy here and here. Oh, you cuties. You see these, I don't know, whatever these little moon creatures are down here holding hands. There is some kind of holding hands energy that the two of you have between one another. It may even be telepathic. There's this energy of staring into one another's eyes and holding hands. Oh, God, you're grossing me out. I love it so much. Divine Feminines, your money looks good, by the way, and everything that you've worked for, and some of you have been through it financially. Some of you were barely scraping by for a long time. That's changed. And it has everything to do with you living authentically within yourselves. Nicely done. Let me grab another deck and let's just see if we can kind of get a storyline here for somebody in this collective. I want to use, what haven't we used? I guess this Artist Inner Vision Tarot for sure. And we got the sun on the bottom of the deck. Of course we do. It's that Leo energy. This is, I'm telling you, there's something to it. Alrighty. Woo. I gotta be honest, this was a messy situation for a couple of you, a few of you, maybe all of you. This is just gonna be a reading for somebody's story. It might resonate with you, it might not. This was a messy situation that involved, again, a lot of intuitive abilities, a lot of telepathy, a lot of psychic abilities. Somebody here between the two of y'all is very psychically gifted. I always say that between the twins, there will be some person that dreams a lot and someone that has a lot of telepathy, unless you've had a lot of your chakras opened up or you've done a lot of meditation work, you've done a lot of spiritual practice or something, and then you may be able to experience both. I have this judgment energy. Somebody now sees the truth, they see the light, they see the reality. This person may have, and I don't know if this is the masculine or the feminine, but somebody here had some kind of a major awakening, possibly last fall, possibly last November, December time. And since that moment, they've been having to make a decision about their lives with this Two of Swords. Which way am I going to go? Red pill, blue pill? Yes. There are two different pathways here for this collective. On one hand, this masculine energy had everything that they had worked for a long time. A lot of stability in their lives, a lot of financial security in their lives. But something happened, something magical happened that was beyond their comprehension. They saw some kind of synchronicity. They had some kind of crazy dream that made so much sense to them. They had some kind of experience that was so undeniable, something supernatural that was so undeniable to them that they had to admit it to themselves. I got the Ace of Pentacles. This person all of a sudden recognized how much of themselves they had lost over the years, and how much of themselves they were excited to begin again. This person may have been quite disconnected from themselves or from a higher power. Yes, that's not good. And this person started to look at everything that they had, everything they had accumulated, everything that they owned. And they all of a sudden said, but what is it really? What does it say? What is it worth? How does that define me? Oh, yeah. And then this person started to notice the conflict in their lives, the things that were keeping them up at night, the things that were causing nightmares in their lives. It was something that was just kind of shrouding them. I feel like both this masculine and this feminine have all gone through, if not yet, at some point you will have to experience that dark night of the soul. It's that rock bottom spiritual moment that there is no place to go but up, and there is no one to ask for help but your higher power. And you will know it when you find it. And it is not pretty, but it is necessary for growth. So there you have it. I have now someone who has been through that experience, and now they're ready to begin again. I think this applies to both of these collectives, this feminine and this masculine. And I have this Fool energy, which is that reset. That's that number 0, right? It's a new beginning. Where do we go from here? They say, do we start out as friends? I've got the Wheel of Fortune here. That's Sagittarius energy. And I had that out here again with this Temperance card too. This is someone who's ready to take a chance. But this is someone, it's not so much a chance, it's someone who's embracing their true path. I got the Empress out, very nicely done. This Empress, as we know, and I've got the Eight of Wands here, and I've got the Eight of Wands here that we were just reading for this Divine Feminine Collective. This feminine is ready for communication from their masculine, 100%. This masculine, and this is the card that I was chuckling at. Oh my gosh. This is so telling. This masculine is super attracted to this feminine, and they can't help it. It's almost like a magnet, and it is like a magnet. That's the whole point, is that you're going to start vibrating at this authentic frequency once you really find who you are here and you really align with this masculine or feminine energy within you, and that attracts the opposite. Your opposite, right? It's the negatives and the positives, you know, it's the yin and the yang. It's how it goes. There is a very magnetic state that the two of you are in right now. This masculine can't keep their thoughts off of this feminine, and they are not at all sure how to approach them. They feel like they're kind of crumbling from the inside out. Every time this masculine, if they see this feminine, whether it's in a picture or whether it's in person, there's like a weakening of their knees. Like they don't know what they're supposed to do. They are just that attracted to this person. This has to be said. This star card energy is here again, which is about divine, a divine blessing. This can be divine soulmate energy, which we already know. And there's the Six of Cups right under it, and the Ace of Cups as well, and the Four of Wands. Okay, great. We can just pack it up and go home now. Divinely guided soulmate, new relationship between divinely guided soulmates and the Four of Wands. You are doing exactly what you're supposed to do, exactly when you're supposed to be doing it, exactly in the place. Okay. Okay. For some of these individuals here, masculine or feminine, you're waiting on some of these cycles that you've already closed out to finally end with the Ten of Swords and the Justice energy. Some of them may require legal paperwork, courtroom energies, and some of them are just endings that are difficult, that have to be done. And you're kind of waiting on those loose ends to be tied up. Now, between these two individuals, which may or may not resonate with you, there is love coming between the two of you, a new start to your relationship with this Ace of Cups. But what did I say about the Ace of Cups? The Ace of Cups is about remembering who you are first and most foremost. I don't even know if that was English. Let me grab, what have we not even used here? I'll use this Marielle Tarot. All right, Page of Wands. This is someone, somebody wants to send a message that's kind of flirtatious. This person, it's like very hard for this masculine to keep their thoughts off this feminine, and this feminine feels the same way, especially right now during this moon cycle. Oh, Page of Pentacles. This is someone who recognizes this is like a very brand new situation. This is very tenuous. It's very fragile. Nobody wants to screw this up. But you understand that there is a lineage to this. There's an ancestry to this. Some of you who have had dreams in the recent past, I gotta just draw your attention over here in the corner on the music device. There's this song that plagues me. It's Africa by Toto, and it doesn't matter where I am. It plays almost relentlessly. I hear this song almost every day. I don't know if this resonates for anybody out there. It's a great song, sure. But I mean, I don't know what the significance is. Africa by Toto. Anyway, back to you guys. Sorry. This Page of Pentacles energy, this is, like I was saying, ancestral lineage. You're supposed to know this person, and everybody in your ancestry who has passed on before you knows it. I think you do too. Nine of Pentacles. This is someone who's not sure they can do it. Specifically this Divine Feminine Collective, because this Divine Feminine Collective has been kind of used to, well, and this Masculine too, true. But the Nine of Pentacles is the minor arcana of the Empress, which is why I was particularly drawn to the Feminine Collective here. Somebody who's used to doing everything on their own for themselves. There's a real sense of independence that comes from that Nine of Pentacles. And I feel like it's present on both sides. However, this is someone who's saying, I'm not sure I can deal with a commitment right now. It's coming for you. I don't know. There's the Death card right there from all of these changes, all of these transitions. And somebody may have to let go of an energy of independence in order to be in a relationship with someone, if that's what you want with this person. There's the High Priestess again. A lot of telepathy. There's the Six of Swords again. Somebody's going to have to move. And some of you may end up actually marrying this person. Some of you may end up having children with this person. There's the Emperor. Nicely done. Some of you may be buying a home with this person. You will be very financially abundant with this person because you each have your own empire at this point. You got the Empress, you got the Emperor, which is exactly how it should be. I see a lot of children here. This Ten of Cups, wherever I just saw that a minute ago, where I said somebody may be getting married, there it is, can be the energy of a family being created or a blended family coming together. Some of you already have children from previous relationships. There is this energy of physically moving with this Six of Swords, like moving house, like calling the U-Haul company and putting the boxes in and buying a new home. This is present for both the feminine and the masculine. For some of you, this may be together. This is a union of fully formed divine masculine, divine feminine energy, and it feels very solid. I feel like for a lot of you, this is happening during Leo season. Some of you, this may be next Sagittarius season. Some of you, this may be Aquarius season of 2023. All right, so just be patient. That was your reading for today. I love you all. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Mwah. Hang in there.